Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. It's been 2 weeks since the last recording, so please bear with me as I try to get caught up. I went back and tried to like skim the last episode. Where do I need to? Oh, here we go. Things are happening. See, I have this under control. It's weird that there's no one around all of a sudden. It sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. When has finding Larry ever been a good thing? Actually, usually it works in our favor. Despite the fact that it very shouldn't. Oh, Mr. Nick. Pearls, what are you doing here? Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, I see. Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry? This is the loser's shack where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that? Wait, what? Pearls? What? How did she fail? Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me. That's, great, Pearls. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-rotten potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't he try getting fired up over becoming a better man? Look, he knows who he is and he's just accepted it. No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? He'll only let you down. Oh, Mystic Maya. Oh no. Alright. Let's talk to Pearls. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture? I got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now with Pearl, two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. But I don't know how I feel about this arrangement. What am I gonna do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls? I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing. See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know. It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream. A wonderful fantasy. No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew. I'm telling you, Iris really flew that night. But Mr. Larice... Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, Pearl. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase. I beg of you. I guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. I don't think we should discount this. I mean, I will never stop making fun of Larry, but we need to resolve what he saw here. It is clearly important. Okay, so I was half asleep when I was here that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck, and I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture. It looks like I don't have any choice but to take the sketch at face value. I don't know if we have to take it at face value, but I do think we need to address it. We need to figure out what went across the bridge and how. Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face? Alright, tell me a little bit more about the night of the crime then. Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened? I was just, well, I'm just a kid, you know? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing. Does it, Mr. Nick? Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Miss Donim's room reading a book together, but Miss Donim was murdered and you, Pearls, were at the inner temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls? I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick. Oh no, Pearls, not you too. They are really bringing the Cyclops this time around. Oh, there's 5. I've been a bad girl. That's why I'm being punished. What are you talking about, Pearls? My spiritual power is disappeared. What? My powers have disappeared? Ooh, wait, there's something here. Oh, how did that work? I'm trying to remember from the second game. Her powers disappeared. Why would that happen? Oh, I wish I could remember like how the transfer of powers worked from the I feel like in the second game they did a pretty in-depth explanation of how that worked. What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps. Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. Just like thought. I'm going to have to break her Cyclops to get the truth out of her. Alright. Let's try. Just see. See what we get out of this. The night of the crime. Okay. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donim's room reading a book together, correct? Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go to the end. You didn't go? No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous. So Pearls never went to Mr. Nim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, on the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? I'm gonna say the Inner Temple? Right? Okay, let's stop. Before we, so she, yeah, it's gotta be. I don't know where else on this map she could have gone. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Like, I was trying to, I'm like, I should piece this together before I blindly pick, and I'm like, no, nowhere else makes sense. Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? The next question is, who or what were you worried about? And I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know? If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. My original guess would be for one very simple reason, that's this. So I'm assuming she was worried about Maya. I think the next question is going to be, why was she worried? And I don't know that we have that, but let's just see. You went to that place because you were worried about Maya. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. Sign up for your special course. Well, my. Quite brave of you considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one with those you channel. Oh boy. Not a good thing to say in front of Pearls, no. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because of it, you were introduced... And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple. Okay, one down. Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. But what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple? It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow, so I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out. She heard the lights out bell? The Hazakura Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible. She's trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell was because of this. Alright, hold on. See, no, weather data. No, why would she be worried? Huh. Why was she worried about the bell? Specifically. What? I think there's a piece of evidence that we're missing, but my guess is it's gonna have something to do with Iris. That, like, maybe she overheard. I'm trying to remember the accounts because it's been a bit. But if I remember correctly, Bikini asked Iris to come to the training area after the lights out bell. So maybe Pearls knew that, but I don't think we have the evidence to put that together. Yeah, I think that's what she was worried about. I think she was worried that Iris was going to spot her. But what I think we're missing is the evidence that Pearls knew that Iris would be on her way. Let's see. Rang lights out bell at 10 p.m. and was then in her room until the murder was discovered. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Alright, I guess I'm going to hold off. I don't feel like we have anything worthwhile. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. I mean, it is, like, pretty rare that we have everything we need the first time around anyway. But I do like to try to, like, get a good idea of what evidence I'm looking for. So I think I'm looking for evidence that Pearls knew that Iris would be on her way after the bell rang. Okay, look at this graffiti scrawled right on the front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kinda suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. Oh. These steps lead up to the foot of Dusky Bridge. Oh, okay, I was trying to figure out how this... Oh, I see it now. Oh my god, I didn't even notice the bridge before. Okay, I get it. I'm on the trolley now. Coming down is a cinch, but going back up doesn't look like a walk in the park. I'm starting to understand why rivers always want to flow downstream, not up. This stuff is really ruining the beautiful atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini in a bikini. Ugh. Gotta think about the kittens. Snow is really piled up on the straw roof. The otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Well, the roof part anyway. The sign says Heavenly Hall. I guess it's pretty fitting if you spent a night in this little freezing shack. You'd probably find yourself at the pearly gates by morning. I mean, Larry pulled it off, so it can't be that bad. Okay, river. This is the famous Eagle River. I got to try out its rough rapids the other night. They say it has a really strong current, and they weren't kidding. It's both powerful and fast-flowing. I was dead lucky. I mean, lucky not to be dead. Oh, the bridge? The Susky Bridge up there. It's amazing how clearly you can see it from so far away. Larry supposedly saw everything through the shack's window. Not much light gets down here, so it must be pitch black at night. But this area was probably illuminated that night because of the burning bridge above. That makes sense. Alright, I don't see anything. Nothing else to talk about, right? Okay. Is there any evidence I would want to present pearls? Temple map, hanging scroll. Tell me about this. Pearls? It's no good. She's in no condition to look at anything from me right now. Okay. I like that they are telling me not to waste my time. Okay, back up to the bridge. Where else can we go? Main gate? I can't remember. Ah, here we go. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back at the main hall yet. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Oh, we could have a love triangle. Gumshoe, Maggie, and Bikini. Oh, I want that side story. Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Crane tradition. We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh, yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Crane disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago that Mystic Elise, no, I mean Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Crane tradition's main family line." I am here to put a stop to them. What? Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new master of Crane, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. I feel like they might want to do something about that. That seems like a problem. power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Alright, I guess, tell me more. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it firsthand. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Master Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Karain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know. I mean, the ability to communicate with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know. Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such tremendous skill? I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake. Mistake? Oh! From way back in the first game. It was 17 years ago. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. That incident? Is she talking about what I think she is? Yes. I'm sure the record still exists if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file. The DL6 incident. I knew it. Which wasn't her fault because I don't think she could have known who the killer was. The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney in that case. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history that the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the Karain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, and the people of Karain Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Karain tradition is starting to recover at last. With the new master wielding the power of the clan. Does she mean Maya? Yep. The spiritual power of the Karain channeling technique is in the blood. That's told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Ami. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course, she became a lawyer in hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Oh, I remember her. Morgan, there's a name I know well. Oh, good. Oh, good. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Currane Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. Oh, good. Morgan's back, everyone. Yay! I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, you must have already realized that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. Well, what? What? I have so many questions. So many questions. Sorry, I think I just broke the audio. What? What? Huh? What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? What? All right, I'm ending it here. Cliffhanger. Oh, we'll find out about this in the next episode. Ooh. What? What? Oh my god, okay. As we're gonna call it an episode, as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.